Taurus, hello, welcome into your reading, darling. Welcome in if you are new. I believe you did not find this video by accident. There's a message here for you. Welcome back if you are returning. It's Lauren the Mystic here. We are doing a deeper reading today. And Spirit, show us Taurus, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Any significant placements? As I said, Taurus, we're doing a deeper look. We're looking into kind of an energy check-in, a soul growth check-in post Aquarius full moon and post Lionsgate. Really a lot of downloads were coming in, and it can create this emotional purge. It can also create circumstances kind of shifting rather quickly in our lives. Sometimes it's new awareness, sometimes it's literal shakeups with circumstantial situations that we're dealing with. So we're just going to look for everybody. We're kind of preparing ourselves each individually for eclipse season, which is on its way really shortly. So Taurus, this is a general collective reading, Taurus. Check all of your placements, sun, moon, and rising. This may not be your message, so don't attach yourself to any stories that don't seem to be yours. But you might find either more details or more of the story in another one of your placements. So make sure you check those out before you go. We're just doing the shuffling here, Taurus. Thanks for being patient as I do so. I like to get all the cards on deck for these types of readings, and then we'll get into it. It really helps to make the reading flow. So I hope you are doing well wherever this video finds you. And I thank you in advance for liking the video, for subscribing to the channel. It truly supports me, supports the growth on the channel. Let's see. I'm taking these two, and that's it. All right, Taurus. Now we're going to get your tarot. Spirit, show us Taurus placement, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Explain, show us clearly what Taurus is moving through. We've got meditate and contemplate. You're very close to achieving your goal. Baby steps. We've got autumn on deck with the Four of Forces in reverse. And we've got diversity, the Five of Scrolls. So what is this about, Spirit? Show us clearly with the tarot for our Taurus placements. So Taurus, you have an opportunity to win a private reading with me if you would like. You can always book a personal. Links for that are below. Come see me over on my Hipsy channel. And you can request private recorded readings, which is actually my forte. General collective readings aren't as easy to do because we're pulling upon so many energies, it's hard to get specific. But all you need to do to enter to win, if you would like, is just drop in a comment. Let me know what subject you would like me to explore next with our readings. It was a good catch, Taurus. All right. Okay, Spirit, show me clearly for Taurus. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Show us more of this story here, Spirit, for Taurus. What's going on for Taurus? And what's underlying this energy, please, Spirit? Sorry, Taurus, if you hear my washing machine going in the background. I am doing double duty. We're on mommy duty, weekend chores and all. Normally I try to do my readings in more quiet. So if you hear that, I do apologize. All right, Taurus, what's going on, darling? One more card underlying the deck, please, Spirit. What is, oh my goodness, the foundation of all of this? Please show us clearly the foundation of everything here. It's the backbone. Your cards are not wanting to pull, which is weird. You're one of the few signs. Okay, let's see here. All right, Taurus, here we go. So here your reading begins, darling. We've got the Ten of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So what is providing you meaning? Long-term happiness. What does that vision look like for you? The happily ever after, what does that look like for you, Taurus? And that has something to do with this reading here. We're going to take a look as to why. So the foundational card is the Ten of Swords. Starting off the reading with 2 tens, those are both completion energies. The 10 is the completion of a cycle. It's the culmination or the summit, but it can also be the end, right? Where something is done. 10 of Swords underlying everything is basically a deep shadow work, is what I'm hearing for you. So I feel like you've been going through this period of really needing to go within, to tune into your own inner mystic. This is meditation and contemplation. Meditate and contemplate, Taurus. But it's new moon in Pisces energy, and Pisces is the final sign of the zodiacal wheel. It encompasses the energies of the preceding 12, or I guess it would be 11 signs. And it represents the 12th house, which is the house of our unconscious, the house of shadow work, the house of the unconscious material that sometimes we hold on to. And this unconscious material, it relates to your 10 of Cups. So in regards to your vision, in regards to your happily ever after, in regards to, whatever your personal version of a fully abundant, happy home life, the legacy energy, in relationship also to love and intimate partnerships with another person, but also building a family, building the abundance, having those surroundings, right? And it's been this inner work journey. Look what's underneath that. We've got Queen of Cups underneath this 10 of Cups. So it's been about going within and doing the inner work, doing the shadow work, pouring self-love into yourself. And I feel like that self-love has been following this 10 of Swords. Now, the 10 of Swords can represent so many things, and it's often something that's been very accumulated over time. So 10 of Swords is like betrayal over time, hardship, stress, lies, hurt, resentments building, things not meeting expectations, discovering people didn't exactly have your best interest in mind. That's the 10 of Swords. It's a very deep, difficult, arduous hardship journey. Those 10 swords, they don't accumulate over time. And a lot of the time, the 10 of Swords to me refers back to our own personal wounding, the wounding that we have to work through in order to remove our own personal barriers And that can be hard to discover, right, at first, because with the Ten of Swords, usually there is this element of very clearly someone having done something wrong to you. And it's hard to begin to even contemplate this idea of, well, how did that show up in my reality? Because it sounds a lot like, blaming the victim, but it's not actually. What it is doing is beginning to get to that place of self-love where you can start to take a true objective look at, how did I energetically contribute to, let's just say, someone betrayed you, as an example of one of these 10 swords that you're dealing with. So we'll take the example of betrayal. How did it get to a place where this person in my life even thought betraying me was an option? So what am I somehow energetically holding on to that allows this to be part of my reality? And I believe Spirit is directing you into how you can create these 10 cups for yourself from knowing what it wasn't, right? And this could be betrayal by multiple people too, but we've got here that you're very close to achieving your goal, gibbous moon. So there's something here where in this period of time, I feel it's from now, and I feel like this is a time marker for your reading, Taurus, from now through autumn. Now, it doesn't necessarily say the beginning or the end of autumn, right? But from now until autumn, which is going to basically take us to winter solstice. So autumn will begin on autumnal equinox, which is right around September 21st. And then autumn will end when it's winter solstice, which is December 21st. So somewhere between mid-September to mid-December, there is an arrival here for you of something that you're working on, something very tangible, something that's coming through, okay? And Spirit's guiding you to continue to take these baby steps. You are in this uncharted territory here where you're not really sure where's the next right path, right? And so this is an indication for you to continue to follow your intuition, continue to take the next right step for you in this moment, and do so before it makes any sense. So this is a place where you are having to place faith over fear. You are having to trust yourself more than you ever have before, most likely. And you're also having to trust in your guidance and the guides supporting you as you move through this journey. So this is trusting your next move before it makes sense right now. And with the Five of Scrolls, the card of diversity, what we can see here is the scrolls indicate directions that we could go, options. They indicate information coming to us about resources. And this particular card, here she stands and she's taking in information as she also surveys the land around us. And she's in this perched, beautiful window and is able to look out over the valleys below, the hillside. She's able to see a far distance. And so this diversity is of perspective. This is Spirit telling you to take a higher look at things from different vantage points. Go take in some more information, maybe some additional resources that you have to pull from, but then also survey this from a different perspective yourself. what I believe you're surveying is, what is the right option for me? What is the best path? How do I build and get to my 10 of Cups, right? And who is coming with me? And so fueling this current energy reading here, underlying it, we have first the Chariot with Cancer energy, followed by the 9 of Wands and the 7 of Cups. So coming from this place where you are leaving behind the pain of the past and you're moving forward, but you're on guard, you're aware, you're surveying and protecting yourself, your energy, your space, and you're holding kind of like vigilance around where it is you're going. But you might not be exactly sure what's the best right path yet. And I think that's where that card of baby steps comes in. It's requiring that you're trusting your emotional intelligence. What is lighting up your heart space? What do you know to be true to you right now? What's the next right answer for you right now? And so as you've been doing that, it's been this rebirth of a tangible new beginning. The Page of Pentacles is something really solid that will grow into the 10 of Pentacles. It's a solid opportunity. It's a solid foundation. And I feel like you're building this solid foundation for yourself so that you no longer need to feel guarded, stuck, left out in the cold, or feel like you're coming from a place of lack. So I feel that this reading is really redirecting you to actually get really clear on what your boundaries are, of what this 10 of Cups looks like to you now. Perhaps it's changed over time. Sometimes we start out heading towards goals, and over the course of perhaps this 10 of Swords, it could now be that this vision has changed for you and that you're in need of revisiting to determine what is the right and true for me option now. But the 7 of Cups is truly about being very in touch with yourself, with your heart energy, so that you're not choosing an option that is going to turn around and become another sword in your back. You know, this is about you wanting to be discerning into where you pour your time, energy, and effort into. So avoiding the snakes, avoiding the illusions or the wolves in sheep's clothing kind of situations here, but something instead that's very tangible and beautiful that you can steady yourself on, that you can build into, that nourishes you at all levels, particularly here within the heart center, right? But right now, you're still moving through this space where kind of keeping things close to your chest. You're not really willing to share, and you might even feel nervous about having enough resources to offer, right? But I feel that Spirit is guiding you that these resources are actually here. These paths are here, continuing to trust yourself and take the next right step. And you are going to have either more clarity or something showing up for you within the season of autumn that is going to shift this for the better. And it's in relationship to you achieving your goal. But this is still a time of healing and releasing the pain of the past. You're still in the process of moving beyond it. And it can be very difficult. Taurus in particular has a little bit more trouble with the process of change because of the fixed nature of your energy. It's slow to change. It's stubbornly sometimes wants to cling on to the past. And in this particular case, because underneath the 10 of Cups is this Queen of Cups, this is about you loving yourself enough to know how you are holding your own self back. Even if it comes to beliefs of things that are highly unconscious, like maybe a hidden unconscious belief that everyone is going to ultimately leave you or let you down, or that you're not going to have enough resources, or that you're not able to create this 10 of Cups on your own. There could be a multitude of negative self-talk or unconscious beliefs that are sort of feeding into it. But what you can do is meditate and contemplate on what is continued to show up in your life, because there's a clear cycle or chapter that's closing out. It's done. And you're in the process right now already, whether you know it or not, of transforming and rebirthing this entire vision for yourself. So, Taurus, I hope this helps you. I hope this gives you some kind of guidance and way to anchor your energy and something to contemplate. I'm very sorry for whatever you are moving through. No doubt incredibly heavy and difficult. So if there is anything that I can do for you, please don't hesitate to reach out for a personal reading. I would be glad to do so. If not, I hope that you've got something good out of this reading. Please don't forget to hit that like button and drop a comment in if you would like to see if you win that free reading for August. Maybe that'll give you some insight if you are looking for it and if finances are a thing. Otherwise, please subscribe so I can see you again next time. Take good care, darling, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.